movie scene. They stole my appendix. I'm in my own PJs. Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Amity Gilmour and this is my life. So I went down to the bakery, didn't film it, but that's okay. I got a coffee, a caramel latte and lactose-free milk, love it. I drank from the wrong hole. And I got a Danish. I don't usually eat this much, but it's my last supper. No, it's not even supper. I just thought it was funny to say last supper because we just had Easter. I've got surgery this week and this is my last thing that I'm allowed to eat that isn't clear liquids, because usually I'd be allowed to eat all day today and then I would start a clear liquid diet tomorrow, but because I have gastroparesis and chronic intestinal pseudo obstruction, not gonna work because there'll still be food in the system anyway. So this is my last shindig. I've been so nauseous lately. So is this last shindig gonna just come up the other way? Probably, but do I care? No. Treat yourself if your doctor allows it. Just talk to your doctor first. The tube that I'm getting is corticostomy or a Chait tube, and it's not something that's usually done very often, but it's something that they've started doing with EDS patients who are edging on intestinal failure. When that happens, the Chait tube is done, and the hopes is that the Chait tubes are going to stop the pseudo obstructions. Obviously having a Chait tube is not going to stop the paracelsus from stopping. What it is gonna do is if there's things stuck, it's gonna put water through, and I'm not gonna go into detail about it because I'm eating and it's not pleasant. Might go into detail a bit later in the video when I'm not eating something really nice. As you guys know, I didn't know last week if I was going to be home before the surgery because I was in hospital. Had a bit of a complication which then caused bunch of other complications this week. I'm so thankful that I'm actually home before surgery. I can get stuff done and then I can go have surgery. And then I can come home and things will already be done, hopefully. That is the plan. But as anyone with EDS knows, plans are irrelevant at this point. This is a good last supper. Hope it doesn't betray me later. Get it? Get it anyway. Betray as in like, but also like, I'm going. I've had enough. See ya. Bye. Hey guys. There's a lot going on. Last time I talked to you guys, I was having my last supper. Now it's a whole day later and I didn't get back to the camera because I just had one of those days. I was trying to get some vocal takes done before I can't do any vocal takes or anything like that because I'll be in hospital and recovery and all that. I wanted to pull aside and talk to you guys about how I'm actually feeling. There is a fine line I feel between oversharing and then also betraying someone who I'm not, and I don't want to come across like that. I never want to come across looking like everything is going great and I'm having the time of my life and my illness doesn't affect me at all and blah blah blah. This year has been so tough, and first of all, I'm very insecure at the moment because up until last year I looked very healthy. I am not healthy obviously, but I looked healthy. No one could tell I was sick and I could just hide and not feel like people were looking at me or maybe questioning if I'm like okay or maybe doing things that I shouldn't. Like this year I am aware that I'm looking less and less healthy. Weight wise it's fine. Weight wise I don't look unhealthy, but in so many different other ways I don't look healthy. It looks weird. And my eyes are terrible because of the Horner syndrome. My teeth are all sorts of issues because of and my skin is awful because I just keep having acne, and my skin is also pale and I just black under the eyes all the time, and if not my eyes are puffy. There was a time where I was like, I don't look sick. I used to think it was a bad thing because it was like people could question whether I was sick or not or whether I was making things up, but now it's like no, I preferred that. I preferred that I didn't look sick. I am really self-conscious at the moment. I will avoid major roads so that people don't look at me or so that I'm not seen. I don't look like the healthy athletic girl that I used to, and I don't look like the glowing skin whatever that was. I look like I've taken things, which I haven't. I just don't have blood flow to my brain right now probably is because my arteries suck so bad at the moment. I realize I don't look good anymore, and that's a vain thing, but I don't care. I hate crying on camera because I feel like it just looks so weird, and but I just really feel like I've been lying. I feel like I've been making myself out to look like I'm totally fine and I'm sick, but I'm like totally on top of things, and I'm totally in a mental headspace where I can accept that I'm not okay, but I'm not okay with that. I don't want to be seen, which is kind of why I've minimized vlogging when I'm out, because I just don't want to do attention to myself. On top of all of this, I can share this now because it's fine, it's okay to share, but I wasn't sure at first. But my mum has cancer, so add that to everything else, and I am having resurfacing, for lack of a better word, trauma. It is trauma, but I feel like that word is just like so overused these days, or it's just like anything can be trauma. But I'm having problems with nightmares and stuff, and I'm praying about it and praying through it, and this is all happening all at once, and there's a lot of anger that I have that I'm working through and I'm praying through, and I don't want to exist right now. I'm getting surgery in 2 days, and I said to my mom, I was like, I just want to go get the surgery done and not wake up, but it's okay, I'm safe, I'm okay. I just feel a little down and wouldn't mind if surgery didn't work out. I'm in hospital every fortnight. Maybe not every fortnight, but once a month I'm in hospital, and I'm not just in hospital just for a little thing. I'm in hospital for a big problem every time. Like, it's just another thing going wrong, another organ that just wants to just malfunction on me. And I think this is why I'm such a big advocate for, I think we need to actually let people understand and know that EDS is so much more than just a joint hypermobility and skin fragility issue. It is so much more than that. It's why I get so annoyed when people will be like, oh, if you can do this, then you need to go to your doctor and get checked out. Dude, you don't even know. It annoys me when people are like, oh, I can do that, maybe I have EDS. When you have multiple organs that are literally just wanting to just peace out, and then you see people like, I can do this, maybe I have EDS, maybe I should get, it's just like, you have no idea. You have no idea. It's not just this cute thing you see on TikTok where it's like, I can do this, I've got EDS, so I'm like, it's a cute, fun little disease. It really isn't, and it's so difficult to live with this, and I wish it was just a joint hypermobility issue. I wish I would dislocate my knee 100 million times more if it was just like, I would be happy with that if it was just that. I've dislocated my knees like the times, and I would happily do it over and over again if it meant that that was all that was wrong, like if it was just that. I think the hard thing is, like, I'm trying really hard and I still have something to live for. I'm still releasing music, and I'm trying to share hope with those of you who are struggling with this, but I just need to be honest and tell you that I don't have much hope right now. I have hope, but like difficult to see right now. So anyway, I've got surgery in 2 days. No one's gonna be able to come for it. Maybe my friends might visit, I don't know, but my mom won't be there. None of my family will be there because they're all 6 hours away, and I'll be going in, and I hope people visit. I don't expect anyone to. I mean, people have jobs, but I just am so alone. I so wish right now that I could rewind and I'd go back to last year. I totally would. Had its struggles, and I was not healthy, but I was better than this, and I was better than this year before that. Like, I don't think I've ever been this sick before in my life, and that's saying something because I was really sick in 2020, and now I'm just like, I can't even hide it anymore. Like, look sick, and I hate that. I just don't want to do this anymore. I'm so self-conscious. I don't want to be seen, and I'm just sharing this because I want to show you guys the reality so that I'm not I just don't feel right only showing the good. Like, I don't want to show only the bad either. I feel like that's bad too, because like social media is this stupid thing where they just push out the worst content, like the shock factor, and I have like so much issues with that, because like TikTok, they just want to show you the extreme of everything, and then Instagram wants to show you the extreme of like good extreme. I'm trying to find a balance. I don't want to share everything. Hey everyone, I've got a room to myself. Oh my goodness guys, when I tell you that I was expecting this surgery to hurt so bad. I'm sore, but like it doesn't hurt. I wouldn't say it's really painful. I can actually get up and walk the same day. It's not comfortable, but it's not completely painful. And by the way, this is totally my experience. I don't expect this to be anyone else's, because everyone's experience is different. But my first surgery hurt so bad, and this one doesn't even hurt, and it was supposed to technically be more full on than my last. So part of me is feeling like my last surgery was just something went wrong, or we know something went wrong. I aspirated and got fluid in my lungs, and they had to section it out. So they've taken out my appendix. I don't know why I still got to talk to the doctor about that. It could just be because that's how they do the procedure, but I guess I'll find out. And sorry, yes, I didn't talk to you much in the lead up, because it has been such a difficult ride. Oh my gosh. I won't get into the specifics, but yesterday I was having issues with my computer, which sounds weird and not a big deal, but I think I was trying to get the final vocal takes in before I come in, because I'm not sure how long I'm going to be here, not sure when I'm going to be able to do the vocal takes. So I decided to get those done, and my computer just wasn't happy about it, and so I wasn't happy about it, and then everything just piled up on top of each other, and I just exploded. I just cried and cried. No, sorry, that was Monday, and then yesterday I also cried. I don't really know what triggered that, but I think it was mainly just, I think I'm gonna be alone. But I'm not gonna be alone though, because I got friends coming in tonight, so they'll be fine. Okay, so now I've got this camera because my phone is dead. Rainbow silence for my phone. That's okay, it's gonna resurrect. Not 3 days, so quicker than that. That's good. This is my tiger that I brought. And before you guys, wait, I've seen that tiger before. No, you haven't. I have 2 tigers now. This tiger's from my housemate. She bought it for me when I was in hospital last week because I just had a complication. Honest opinion on how this whole surgery felt. Well, not the actual surgery, because I was asleep. The drugs have worn off and I feel so good. I got pain, and particularly when I stand up, but it's not comparable to the point that I can't move like my last surgery. This, mind you, this is just my opinion, because everyone's different and everyone has a different experience. But from my experience, the peg J that I got 2 years ago, that was 10 times more painful than this. I'm so surprised at how this surgery went. I have friends coming over tonight, which will be so lovely to have visitors. I've got oxygen. They didn't take it off this time. They took it off a little too early last time. I just can't believe how easy this surgery was for me. And maybe I'm counting my chickens before they hatch. I don't know, maybe I still got some drugs in the system. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised, because I feel like so good, and it's kind of a bit weird how good I feel. Thanks, Jen. They stole my appendix. I don't know where my appendix went, but this is my warning: wanted, dead or found, dead or alive. Where is my appendix? Where did you put them? I need them. Well, obviously I don't, because they took them away from me, so I didn't even get to say goodbye. I'm joking. Listen to that. I haven't eaten anything in so long, because I had to fast for like longer than usual because of the gastroparesis. But guys, I have a chicken palmy, a schnitty with gravy, a jockey milk, and excited to eat. Morning everyone. I'm in my own PJs now that I made myself. I made these for, I got itchy nose. I made these for this admission to have something comfy and obviously for afterwards as well, like I'll still wear these. But look, they have cute Christmas koalas. It is lunchtime. I was told that pain meds are going to start running out. I've had visitors, so I had some friends visit last night. My Bible study came and visited, which was so lovely. And then I had visitors just then, friends, which was lovely. And now I'm having lunch. Oh, by the way, my friends had just visited. Gave me my first real coffee in 4 days. I am so happy. I need coffee to survive. So I've got mashed potato, mashed pumpkin, and I think it's like mac and cheese. And then for sweets I have ice cream. I love ice cream. And juice. So I'm just gonna go. Oh, my oxygen thing is making my nose so itchy. But I'm feeling great. I was told my pain would start to kick in more today. And I do have pain, but it's not that bad. It just feels like I'm having a pseudo obstruction. Which is crazy to think that all this time my pseudo obstructions were equivalent to surgical pain. And I'm just so used to it that it's not even bothering, which is just so funny to me that that's what I've been through and I'm alright. I also did some watercolouring. I got this from Typo. It was $9. Would I recommend it? Look, the Typo one that I'm using here isn't that good. I have used ones from Officeworks, which I will admit are better quality, but it's fun either way. And I'm just using a medicine cup where they give you medicine with water to use with my paintbrush. So I'm just gonna go have lunch now. Everything's going good. Hey guys, so just popping in to let you know that I did release my new song Cry while I was in hospital. This was the release day and it was also the day that I got to go home, which is really exciting, but be sure to check that out on Spotify when you're done here. Hey, I'm just getting up. I'm home and I'm just waddling around the house. I'm gonna get on the bed soon and just have a nap. I'm finally home. Oh, it's been a big couple of weeks. I'm still a little sore, but it's not too bad. I don't know, I feel like every day it gets better and better, which is okay, that's my sign to go. Bye guys. Hey everyone, I'm home now. I got home yesterday and I've just been in bed all day. I was sleeping and it was so cute because little Chloe was just sleeping on my bed with me all day and she didn't leave my side. And I know that because she can get off my bed but she can't get back up. And in the morning I went to the bathroom and then when I went back to bed she wanted to get up on the bed, so I got her on the bed and she just slept there. And I woke up hours and hours later and she was still there asleep. I was like, so cute. I thought I'd pull you guys aside and we'd discuss how the surgery actually went. By the way, my incision sides, wait, this is one incision side. There's another one lower, but I won't show you because it's a little too low for my liking. And this is the main incision there, which again, it's a little too low for my liking. So I would be able to show you if I was sitting better, but I just don't want to show all of me to you guys. So, because all of me is not for all of you. So I'm outside getting a bit of fresh air, change of scenery because I've been inside all day in my bed. By the way, check out my IV 2 weeks ago. It's still not looking the best, but it's looking better than it was. That was a really bad IV. I was bleeding out of it. It's not good. So surprisingly enough, this surgery actually went easy and so well compared to what I'm used to. I'm used to surgery being very chaotic, not working, them trying things over and over and again it not working. I think I've just come to realize that having doctors and surgeons who actually know how to treat your condition makes all the difference, which is great. My past experiences with surgeries have been horrendous, as you guys know. The fact that we had no issues, no post-op complications, no complications during the operation, everything went smoothly. That's just crazy to me because I've never had a procedure go smoothly before. I had no reaction to the anesthetic this time. Everything just went so good. I was on oxygen for longer than last time, which I think really helped. Another thing I think really helped, they were very deliberate and careful about preventing aspiration, because I knew that because of my gastroparesis I was an aspiration risk, and I've also aspirated before, 2 times before. Once it didn't get into my lungs, thank goodness, but my last surgery it did get into my lungs and they had to suction it out, which was not good. But thankfully aspiration was not a thing we had to deal with. They were very careful. They even took extra measures while I was still awake in order to prevent aspiration. They put the mask on me and then they were getting me to breathe in it over and over again, like deep breaths, and they were saying something about it helps prevent the aspiration. That was before I fell asleep, and then I started to fall asleep and it was all good. I think the weird thing though is, other than the wound itself hurting when I walk sometimes, the actual internal organ pain that I was feeling, that I was told would hurt a lot by my surgeon, it actually didn't take me by surprise. I didn't feel like it hurt that much, and the reason being, it felt exactly like a pseudo-obstruction. It literally felt exactly the same as when I'm having a pseudo-obstruction, except it was more constant. But I just couldn't believe that the pseudo-obstructions that I've been having are equivalent to post-operative pain, internal post-operative pain. That's insane. So that's probably why I was doing so well, because I was so used to feeling these pseudo-obstructions and the bowels twisting, and which is painful, but I was so used to it. The only difference now is it's constant. So it's a little bit harder now because of it being constant, but in terms of the actual pain itself, it feels exactly the same as what I've been through for ages. They had a fairly large team on my case and they all knew what they were doing, which was really good. They were under my specialist who knew exactly what she was doing as well. They took out half of my appendix and the other half they used to attach the Chait tube in, making a tube for the Chait tube to go in basically, which is very interesting. The other half of my appendix went to a lab, so I think they're testing to make sure it's alright and everything. Overall, I'm actually feeling really good. I don't feel like super sick or anything. I do feel weak though. Obviously, like, I feel like I've had surgery, but not in the way that I used to feel like I had surgery, because I used to, like, surgery used to feel awful, and now it's like I don't feel normal, or like my normal, which isn't normal, but I don't feel like I'm dying either. Anyway, so here's to hoping that that basically stops the pseudo-obstructions and I don't get them again, because I don't want any more pseudo-obstructions. So if this actually like helps stop them, that would be great. So the next week I'm just gonna chill. I'm not gonna do much because I'm not feeling the best. Sorry, I'm just a little annoyed at the moment because there is so much noise going on. All of my neighbors are so noisy. It made me noisy. 3 a.m. in the morning they'll be building things with power tools and banging on things at 3 a.m. in the morning. What do you? Anyway, thankfully everything is going good so far. I'm just gonna be chilling, maybe watching some movies, watching some Greys maybe, and then doing some embroidery, doing some chill things, nothing too big. But that was basically my surgery and everything that came along with it. I am feeling so much better now. I feel like it was the easiest I've ever had. Yay for doctors that know what they're doing. Anyway, if you've made it to the end of this video, it is May, which is EDS Awareness Month, and I really do want to do an EDS Q&A because I haven't done one in so long. So if any of you guys have any questions about EDS and how it particularly affects me, because it affects people differently, then comment your questions down below and I'll get back to you with a Q&A, hopefully by the end of May. But I can't promise anything, so alright, I got a sleepy foot. My foot wants to go to sleep. Anyway, bye. Love you guys. God bless. Sometimes we cry.